it's just like my mental health is a lot better, and I feel like that's a win. Can't that be a win? Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobra's Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. Today's video is going to be how to live in your effortless era. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Let's get it, let's go. Ooh. So I'm making this video because 2 years ago, actually, I had a subscriber once ask me, especially when I was like really deep in my extreme minimalism, they asked me how can I balance minimalism and I guess living in abundance. And the truth was, at that time, I was definitely not living in abundance. I was operating from the biggest scarcity mindset that like I was so balls deep in extreme minimalism, I didn't even understand. Was like I thought I was living in abundance, but I honestly, now that I am, I clearly was not. So there's 4 things that I want to talk about today that have really shifted my mindset. I'm not advocating for you to become, financially irresponsible, but I feel like you can live in your effortless era, and I think that you can do it as a minimalist. And I feel like since a lot of my subscribers are minimalists, I think that this will resonate with you guys a lot. So let's get right into it. So the first one is focusing on the good stuff in your life. I don't know, if this was just like a me problem. I'm pretty sure it was a me problem, but when I was, hardcore minimalizing it up, all I could focus on was the miserable stuff in my life. I could do nothing but focus on how little I had, how I had no money for anything. Money was only, an investment tool. I just felt like anytime I bought something, being materialistic was evil, and it was just such a toxic place to be, at least for me personally. I just could not focus on anything good in my life. Once I decided to make that decision to never, to stop being cheap with myself and just focus on the good stuff in my life, I feel like I'm in a much healthier place. Yes, maybe my saving rate is not as high, but my mental health is definitely in a much better place. I focus on the good stuff in my life. I buy myself better things. I eat better. I sleep better. I work a bit more, and I feel so much more gratitude and abundance. I've also taken up, and this actually brings us to point 2, practicing journaling. I would practice journaling by recording everything in my life that needed improvement. I was constantly on my self-improvement game. Everything was not good enough. Everything needed improvement. My weight needed improvement. My hair needed improvement. My finances, my YouTube, my Instagram. Everything was such a miserable experience. Like nothing was good enough. Something that has really changed my life is practicing journaling. I focus on the good things in my life, which was something that I felt like I couldn't focus on. Like, who am I to focus on the good things in my life? What good is there in my life? Like, clearly we're not where we want to be. What are we doing wasting our time focusing on the good? But by practicing journaling and writing out the things that I'm like super grateful for, all the wonderful things in my life, it's just like my mental health is a lot better, and I feel like that's a win. Can't that be a win? I write, I'm happy for my Nespresso machine. I remember what it was like to not have an espresso machine. I tell myself like I'm really happy for all the new clothes that I have. I'm like, I had not bought myself new clothes in like the past 5 years while I was paying off my student loans. I felt really happy to just live in Canada and see my family. That was something I didn't have while I lived in China. So practicing gratitude has been so good for my mental health. Like, maybe it's not the most productive thing in the world to write about all the things that I'm happy about, but goddamn, I feel so much better. It is totally worth it. Another thing that has also really helped me live in my effortless era is that like I tell the universe now that like I'm lucky and I'm here for abundance. I used to tell the universe like I am here for the struggle. I'll do whatever it takes. Like I'm gonna work so hard. And so that's what would happen. I would work so hard and I'd be struggling, and I'm here for the hustle, and the universe just gives you more of what you want. The universe here is, oh, you're here to struggle? Okay, well then go struggle. And it just sucked. And the thing that really changed my perspective was this YouTuber. If I can find it, I'll put a picture of her like YouTube channel here. But essentially she said something that really rocked my world. She's like, I want big results and I don't want to work for it. It would be nice to be rich, but I don't want to work hard for it. And like her channel blew up, and like she quit her job and she runs like a car business and like a car rental business. And I was like, I can't believe she asked for it and it came true. And that just completely changed my perspective. I don't want to hustle anymore. And I was like, if the universe can give whatever it is that you want, then I'm going to be shameless. And I think that's what it was. I felt ashamed to ask that. I was ashamed to ask for big results with no work. But I was like, well, working hard didn't work. I got no results with that. So I was like, after grinding at this, YouTube channel grind for 5 years, I was like, I'd like to just be in my effortless era. Even if for a year, it'd just be nice to have things just come to me effortlessly. So I told the universe that. I was like, I want to have massive results. I want money to come in, and I don't want to work hard for it. And it's actually started to come true. Like, I only work maybe like a couple hours a day, and I make more money than I ever have in the past. And it's just like the universe gives you what you want, and maybe that makes me selfish, but I don't know. I just want effortless results. And yeah, I'll take it. I don't know who needed to hear that, but it's okay to tell the universe you want big results and no effort. I think this is more for people who've been grinding really hard, and you know that sometimes, yes, you need to put in hard work, but there comes a point where hard work, it can only get you so far. It comes a point where you need to let the universe do the work. Okay, number 4, stop feeding your pain. And this is something that has really helped me a lot in my effortless era. Things are a lot easier when they're effortless. I mean, duh. But the way that I think about it is, you know, when you go to the opera or something to go see like the Nutcracker or like ballet, or you go to the theater and you see like the ballerina dance so beautifully and effortless, like, you know, she put in the work. But when it comes to performing on the stage, nobody wants to see a ballerina huffing and puffing and struggling. You're paying money to see her do this effortlessly. And I think that that's something that has really helped me a lot, is to stop feeding my pain. I no longer get on camera to talk about my problems, because I feel like that's not why you guys are following my channel. I don't think you guys want to hear my woes and my problems, because you have your own problems. And so for me, something that's been part of my effortless era is to just not feed my pain anymore. All the things that pained me in the past, you know, 2020, my student loans, you know, my YouTube struggle, all of that, I don't feed that anymore. I've closed that chapter of my life. I've put that away. I'm like, I'm gonna be in my happy era. I'm gonna be in my effortless era. For 2023, I just want to be happy. I want to be content. I want to be like living my best life to the best of my abilities, and I'm not gonna feel shame in that. And that's something that has really helped me a lot. And I don't know who needs to hear that, but it's okay to stop feeding your pain. Yes, we should try our best to move forward, but like, you don't have to feed your pain for years on end. It's like, at least for me, I felt like I finally realized, like, I got sick and tired of that, and like, I don't want to do that anymore, and so I will. So I really hope that this could have helped you in your effortless era, that you don't have to always be struggling. It is actually okay to have abundance in your life, and you can definitely do that as a minimalist. You don't have to struggle as a minimalist. I know that is a very common trope in minimalism, but I mean, if you think about it, wasn't the whole point of becoming a minimalist was to achieve amazing results for little effort? So thank you so much for having taken the time to watch, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.